Damn, what the fuck?
10-3 there. Wait, 32, William. Stand up. Oh, man. Why you kill my mom?
Thursday, May 9th, 2024, Albuquerque, New Mexico. At the Kiva Auditorium of the Convention Center, hundreds of families gathered to celebrate the graduation ceremony of the Southwest Secondary Learning Center. What should have been a moment of pride and unity was suddenly interrupted by an act of violence, proving how quickly a setting of celebration can turn into a scene of terror. I'm Tyler, and this is your daily dose of crime.
Who the hell is that nigga?
Like 32, William.
I had a mask too. It's Mexico. What the fuck? I mean, almost probably every senior that's graduated tonight, they probably had a firearm or something like that. They probably in the cartel. I know, no racial or nothing like that, you feel me? But shit, nigga, it's Mexico. It's Mexico, feel me?
Officers enter the auditorium responding to desperate 911 calls. Amidst the confusion, shouts, and people trying to flee, they come across an unexpected sight. A group of attendees holding the suspected attacker pinned to the ground. That image is crucial. This was not a police-controlled intervention from the start, but rather a citizen's arrest during a family event. For those in attendance, what moments earlier had been a celebration had now turned into the certainty that someone had brought a gun to the ceremony and used it against one of the guests.
The gun got kicked this way. Gun's right here. Gun's right here. Let's see the audience. Is anyone else injured? No. We only have the female lady that went off in the front. Like 32 women. 10-8 in the air. We have one in custody. What's going on? I'm trying to hurt her down there. She's hurt? Where I am? I think it's seizures. That guy's he's related to this guy. He's related to him? I think so. He came short in it. What's going on? He just shot my daughter. Okay, that's what's going on. Okay. Not the time. Hey, not now. We'll deal with him in a second. Where's the gun at? Right here. In a shell.
Just a few feet away from the suspect, the weapon remains on the floor beneath the seats. What officers are facing is not only the immediate physical threat, but also the emotional intensity of an environment packed with families and children who have just witnessed an attack during an academic ceremony. In this kind of setting, every second of delay in securing evidence multiplies the risk of chaos, as the line between witness and victim blurs, and emotional reactions threaten to overwhelm standard police protocol. But what exactly had happened?
I got it. I got this. Can you help clear this place? Everybody on. Stand up.
Get your bitch ass up, man. Get your bitch ass up, man.
Get out of the way.
That nigga trying to make it soon.
Stand up. Stand up. Oh shit. Stand up, dude. Why don't you?
That nigga off that Adderall, all type of shit, fool.
myself and plus anyone. The suspect, we're headed towards the east entrance right now. There's going to be a seat forward. Stand up. Oh, baby.
Oh yeah, they got a good seat for you at that crazy hospital. It's not a prison, but it damn near gonna get you insane. It's gonna have you, bro. It's gonna make you crazy. They got a good seat for you there. What the fuck happened, bro?
Just stay away. You got it.
If that was your mama, get some. Fuck the police just being right there, nigga. I want some heads. Nigga say he shot my mama, nigga. I'm gonna get arrested just like him. He got going on.
Hey, do you have any other weapons on you? Are you injured? Why you kill my mom? Why you shoot my mommy? Back up right now. I'm putting everyone in handcuffs.
Why you shoot my mother? That single question reveals the context behind the attack. The victim was the suspect's former stepmother, and the young man confronting him was her son. This was not violence between...
The stepmom? Why the fuck is a stepson killing? He don't like your family. Gotta be with it. He don't fuck with. He can probably miss his mama. Feel me? All type of shit. That shit bogus.
Between strangers, it unfolded within a family dynamic which placed the case under New Mexico's legal parameters for domestic violence.
Sit up. Stand up. You better drag him the whole time. You don't walk, dude. Just walk. Your car? Yeah, I'm scared, man.
Suspect, identified as Christian Bencomo, is escorted toward the patrol car, but the transfer becomes another focal point of tension. Though already handcuffed, he refuses to walk, forcing officers to drag him as he alternates between cries for help and bursts of anger. For law enforcement, this behavior does not signal a genuine escape attempt, but rather passive resistance aimed at destabilizing the process. Yet for families watching, the spectacle carries an unsettling contradiction. The same individual who had moments earlier carried out an act of extreme violence now portrays himself as the victim. That contrast adds to the confusion and raises a key question for investigators. Was this an emotional breakdown following the shooting, or a deliberate attempt to manipulate perception?
What's up? Hey, dude. No, you guys are gonna find me. I'll call you, okay? Oh, I see. I was sitting on the other side from there. I thought it was a balloon. Okay, I'll call you, favor. We were getting ready. We were hugging our daughter for graduating because it was all done. Yeah. And then heard a pop, and then I saw a commotion, but I didn't know what happened, so I went over there. Okay. But they were already holding him down by that point. Okay. So
we gotta go try to find the gun because we just.
it's okay. Security guards are with it. Stand by with it. Okay. Yeah.
Witnesses describe how, in the middle of the ceremony, Bencomo approached his former stepmother without any sign of conflict or words exchanged beforehand. That shift from a seemingly ordinary gesture to a direct gunshot points to a disturbing psychological pattern, the ability to maintain a facade of calm until the precise instant of the attack. The absence of any warning made the act not only more unpredictable, but also far harder to process for those who saw it unfold.
What did you see?
So, we were handing out roses. They're like tokens of appreciation. He was like 1 or 2 rows behind me. I turned and he jumped up. It looked like he pulled it out of his waistband and he just shot her. I couldn't tell where he shot her. My stepdad jumped up and jumped on him. A couple other guys did. Everything happened really fast.
Okay, I know you're in shock. Okay, but these details are very key, okay? Yeah, what's your name, dear? What color is the guy wearing the shot?
Red shirt. I think he had blue jeans on and khakis.
Did you see us carry him out? The person that we carried out?
I saw some people drag someone down yesterday.
No, did you see us take the guy out? No, it's okay if you didn't.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. If it went down that escalator, yeah.
Okay, was that the same guy that shot? It was? Okay.
Everyone jumped on him right away.
Alright, if you've seen the guy, would you be able to say who he was?
I don't think so. Honestly, it was really fast.
Okay, that's fine. Do you know if any of your other family seen him?
My graduation photo, I ain't gonna lie. No crazy shit was gonna happen at my graduation. I ain't gonna lie. My, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? If you know where I'm from, you feel me? Randolph County. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I graduated and all. You feel me? I graduated. I dropped off. I dropped off one time, but I came back to school. You feel me? But my day of my graduation was getting my diploma and shit, boy. I was off the shit. I was off the liquor, the high, off the weed, all type of pills, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this my day. You feel me? If something like that would have happened, that shit probably would have blew my shit. Like this. Y'all don't even know what time of guy I really was back in the. You know what I'm saying? That, like I said, that's a story from another day, another video, another channel. But shit.
My off-rider, she's the one in the blue right there. She was right next to me. She was facing that direction.
Okay. Alright. Let me just talk to her real quick. Did you see anything else?
All I saw was, I heard the pop. I saw the lady fall, and then my husband jumped up, pushed the way, and jumped on that guy as he was running. That's all I saw. That's my husband.
That nigga's a hero.
I couldn't see him, no. It was like all a blur, but I saw him. He hit him, and I know that the gun went flying or whatever. I'm not really sure when he hit him and took him to the ground. I don't know.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I can touch you. Did you see anything?
Basically, it wasn't much of seeing anything. Came over. I'm sitting here on the end of the row. Came over to give my mom the rose. When she gave her the rose, I was trying to video, and that's when the bam pushed out of the way. I jumped up, and that guy was backing up. The girl hit the ground, and I just jumped on the guy. I couldn't tell. What I did was I took him to the ground and tried to secure his hands, and I was yelling at the guys. I don't know if the gun's under him. I don't know if the gun's under him. Secure the gun. Find the gun. Where's the gun? So I tried, and then I got more help, and they helped secure his hands, and we didn't know where the gun was, and they finally found it in the road.
Is this nigga a cop or some shit? He using all y'all type of lingos, all type of shit. I was trying to secure his gun and shit like that, but I didn't know where his hand was. All type, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, get secure his hand. Was this nigga ex-sheriff or some shit? This nigga was a cop or some shit one day or some shit. This nigga talking a little too, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Basically, it was all I saw was the back of him past my daughter. I was watching her, and I heard the boom, and I jumped up, and the lady fell, jumped on him.
Okay.
So after that, I didn't know what happened.
During witness statements, a student and her father provided details essential to understanding what occurred in the seconds after the gunshot. She recalled the proximity of the attack and the immediate chaos, while her father explained how the assailant did not stop after the victim collapsed. Instead, Bencomo attempted to continue the assault by raising his foot as if to strike her again while she lay on the floor. That progression, from the shot to the intent of a second, potentially lethal action, demonstrated this was not an impulsive act, but rather behavior aimed at ensuring the victim's death.
Did you guys see anything on all this? I didn't see anything. I was sitting right there. They took her wheelchair and they took the girl out that got injured. So do you know where they would have put it?
No, they probably took it with them.
Oh, the wheelchair?
Yeah, or we're gonna keep it. We're not gonna release that.
She's carrying the wheelchair.
Yeah.
We need a wheelchair.
I'm not sure. Is there a way? I know she was probably hard for her to walk. We can ask somebody, okay? Just say
To keep the wheelchair?
yeah. So if it's a part of
For
the
evidence?
yeah.
Oh, well, to keep your wheelchair for evidence.
Hey guys, did you guys happen to see anything at all?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I was sitting right there when he sent the gun, so
Okay, can I
I
talk
put
to
the
you real quick?
gun on him.
Can I talk to you real quick?
Alright.
I just have to get to that second later, okay?
When he started on the stage, and I'm looking for my son, so he was coming right to me. But the guy, he just opened up and start one shot, and he shot.
So you seen him pull the gun out of his
Oh
waistband?
yeah, I seen him. So when he seen him, when I started to grab him, but there was already 3-4 guys behind him, and they just boomed him down and just stayed him down, hold him down.
So you seen him pull the gun out of his waistband?
Yeah.
And then point it out?
Yeah, he came right over.
Okay, did he shoot her? He did, right?
Yeah, he shot him.
I know it's simple questions, but I have to ask you. They're
Yeah.
silly.
And then he,
Yeah, I know that was a dumbass question. What the fuck? Did he shoot her?
The guy that you see, did you see us drag him out?
I'm sorry?
Did you see us take him out? The guy, what color was he wearing?
kind of red.
Okay, and you seen officers carry him out?
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy that they were carrying out, was that the right guy?
The right guy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect.
He was the one.
Okay, did you happen to hear anything that happened before that? Any arguments?
He didn't say anything.
He just got up
He didn't say
and...
nothing. I don't know when he wanted to do it again, the second shot, but he did. So right when somebody hit the gun, and when the gun fell, and I didn't kick it, I just kicked it. And here this is kind of the whole thing. It's weird because the gun came down, and the clip came out, and there was one bullet, and it was still over there. So it was sitting. It looked like a 38, could have been 9, yeah. But it was sitting right there. So I just stayed on
top of the bullet.
Yeah, on the gun. Yeah, I
Okay.
just did like this. And one of the security guys, they just put their foot on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Dozens of families witnessed the attack just a few feet away. For many, it wasn't just about seeing an act of violence, it was about experiencing the collapse of a space that had felt untouchable, their children's graduation ceremony. That sharp contrast between academic pride and the eruption of a gunshot left an emotional scar that would be hard to erase.
Talk to the family right now. So we're gonna get them to where are they at?
I don't know. I know. I was trying to help, and I got corralled in.
You don't know where the family's at.
I understood that they were following the ambulance. Okay. And they were all on the curb with the victim as she was being loaded into the ambulance. And the lady that was wandering around had been in her car, but the police wouldn't let her leave until they got statements. Okay. So I understood it. I needed to get a statement in order for them to leave, I guess. No, I mean, did you see anything at all? Okay, what did you see? I saw the guy in the red shirt. I heard the shot. I turned, and what were you saying in relation to about 11 seats in? But he was... No, it was so in front of the eye. Oh, okay. Shot her. It was a downward shot right through the neck and everything. She got up and collapsed. He was immediately I went to help the victim. And there was a paramedic, a fire paramedic. So he and I identified the wound, got under control, got her laid back, airway open, and then talked to her and carried her out to the truck in the ambulance.
Okay. Did you guys see anything? No, I just heard the noise.
Same shit.
And that's the guy that you recognize as the one
They're
holding.
taking pictures and
Did you
shit.
see anyone else that was injured?
I just saw the person that got shot.
Okay. So just that one person
Yeah.
and the one shooter.
Yeah.
You didn't see any other shooters?
No.
No one else involved with him?
No.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Officer Earl.
Thank you for all you guys do. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate your support. You guys have a better day. I'm sorry you had to go through this today.
Troubling detail emerged in later statements. According to his grandmother, Bencomo had never shown violent behavior and had no prior police record. The absence of a criminal history makes the attack even harder to comprehend and raises questions about the emotional or psychological factors that could have triggered it.
Niggas ain't gonna know you crazy until they do something crazy, nigga. I mean, y'all probably done seen some shit in the house already, but y'all be looking like, oh, that's family business or whatever, some shit. They said, why you shoot my moms? And that's his stepbrother and shit saying that. The fuck you shot our mama for? You know what I'm saying? That nigga wasn't ready for his pop to goddamn probably, you know what I'm saying, start a new family with his mama or something like that. You feel me? Bro, I wasn't fucking with it.
The investigation determined that 21-year-old Christian Bencomo carried out the attack against his former stepmother during a public event, qualifying it under New Mexico's domestic violence statutes. He was formerly charged with aggravated battery against a household member, a third-degree felony carrying up to 3 years in prison, fines, and a loss of firearms rights, along with mandatory participation in domestic violence treatment programs. He also
So they're not even gonna give him attempted murder? They gonna give this nigga 3 felonies. Hold on, what does that say? Battery against a household member. I ain't heard that law before. Never heard that. That must be some Mexico shit. You do that, nigga, you do that shit in the USA, nigga, you going attempted murder, whatever. I guess she survived because, you feel me, ain't got no murder, nothing like that. They just tell me I'm battery. But nigga, he came over here in front. Usually they'll say, nigga, that's attempted murder for everybody that was in that motherfucking building, nigga. You feel me? All them niggas could have died. It don't even matter how many bullets that nigga had in that mag. Everybody could have died. So what the fuck?
These charges of unlawful carrying and negligent use of a deadly weapon, a 4th-degree felony. The victim survived thanks to rapid medical intervention, but required emergency surgery and a feeding tube, facing a long recovery ahead. Beyond the physical damage, the case would spark an inevitable debate. How prepared are community spaces to withstand the eruption of domestic violence when it surfaces in public?
Niggas out here, fall.